Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your weekly reading with me. My name's Simone, and I'll be doing both a general and a love reading for you for this week from the 4th to the 10th of October. So please keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, that's okay, but you may also want to have a look at your moon, Venus, or rising sign to get a better idea of what you can expect this week. Now, this can also stretch out over the next couple of weeks as well. It's always a bit of a surprise to see exactly what happens. So I'm just shuffling your cards to get the general energy around your reading for this week. So what can Taurus expect this week, please? What can Taurus expect this week? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Things are feeling good, Taurus. A little bit uncertain, but still positive. Let's have a look. Take out the trash. So you are letting things go, Taurus. Oh, and the earth sign for Taurus. Letting things go, closing up cycles, realizing what is not meant for you, what it's time for you to let go of, people, things. You've got take out the trash, and then the earth card in the middle, which of course is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Also, I think that's a symbol of you trying to stay grounded, Taurus. Picking the people who are right for you. I feel it's more about people than it is about actual things. But you've also got the third party card. So this is about anything that is distracting you, anything that is sort of steering you down the wrong path or keeping you from what it is that you're trying to achieve. I feel that that's what you are letting go of. Now, of course, it could be a relationship where there is more than one person involved, but I really feel in this case, it's just about getting rid of the things that are not helping you achieve your goals. And, you know, anything that's negative for you, you're letting go of that. Anywhere where you feel that perhaps your behavior has been allowing negativity into your life, I think you're letting go of those behaviors for some of you. Where maybe you've been sort of feeling very stubborn about something and not willing to budge, I think you might see that there's a change in that behavior on your part. But I think it's mostly about just getting rid of anything that is not serving your highest good, anything that's holding you back from achieving the greatness that you're looking for. I think that's what you're getting rid of. You've got the King of Cups here, the Death card again about closing cycles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, Taurus, you're looking for that wish fulfillment. I think it does have a lot to do with your attitude at the moment. In some way, I feel, Taurus, that you're tired of putting on a hard sort of front. You're tired of looking like you're in control. You're tired of having to look like you're not stronger than what you are, but looking like things don't bother you. I think you're tired of having to wear that mask of the protector, of the person that doesn't get affected, whose feelings do not get affected. It's like you're having to be hard on the outside, but you're still quite sensitive on the inside, a little bit softer on the inside. And I think that, Taurus, a lot of people don't realize that you actually are quite soft or sensitive on the inside because they're used to seeing you kind of coming across as a bit harder or stubborn or strong or, you know, not bending in a situation. And I think that people are not seeing where they're hurting you, because a lot of the time, instead of just saying, hey, I'm really hurt by that, or that hurts my feelings, or that makes me feel really emotional, instead of just letting those feelings out or just saying that, Taurus, you instead will uh, react sometimes in anger, and sometimes I have this feeling of, poor me, poor me. I'm not able to just be who I am. I'm not able to relax. Like, I feel like, Taurus, you just want the chance to relax. You want the chance to just not have to be in control all the time. And it's really hard for you to express yourself because of these expectations. It's super hard for you to just express yourself. And, you know, if you were to get super emotional, it's like people wouldn't expect it. So you try not to let that happen. But this is going to change. This is changing. You're heading into a transformation period. You're heading into a cycle. You're probably already in it, actually, where I feel, Taurus, you're just exhausted. It's this feeling of being tired. Poor me. I'm tired of having to pretend all the time. I just want to relax. The expectations are too high on me. But I feel like that's all changing for you, Taurus. And you're letting go of that that mask that you're always wearing. And I feel like it's really hard, but you're making it happen. You're letting go. You're taking off the mask. It's, you know, for some of you, it's like, I'm too old for this. You know, not all of you, but for some of you, it's like, I'm too old for this. I've been like this for so long, and it's been exhausting. I've held these feelings in for so long, and it's been exhausting. It's tiring trying to come across as something that you are not deep down inside. And I'm not saying that you're fake. That's not what I'm getting at. It's not about being fake. It's about holding things in. It's about holding in who you truly are. You know, what comes out isn't fake. It's just not everything that you feel. And I feel that, you know, you're coming to a place now where you're going, no, it's time for me. It's time for me to show who I am. And this is all about emotions. It's about, you know, putting your best foot forward. It's about being your true self, with that Knight of Cups there as well. Being your true self. You're coming into this new part in your life where you want to be able to express yourself differently, Taurus. You do feel that some people won't be happy about it. You're quite aware that to become this new version of yourself, that you're going to have to let go of some people. And it's like, well, if they don't like who I am now, well, that's too bad for them. They're just going to have to go away. And I get where you're coming from, Taurus. It's very hard. You're tired. You've been carrying grief for a long time, which you haven't processed. And it's been a really hard, I feel like you've had to learn a lot about yourself. You've had to really learn about yourself. You've had to become more in touch with those feelings that you've set aside for so long. And now that you're doing that, now that you're making these changes, Taurus, I do feel like things are going to get easier for you. You've got the Nine of Cups here, which says that it's all about wish fulfillment for you. It's all about being happy. You just want to be happy. You want to let go of these emotions that I feel you're tied to. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Strength card. So, yeah, I do feel like you're trying to find the strength to be able to be the person who you know yourself to be. Not everybody knows you to be this person, but it's who you know yourself to be, because you're holding on to wounding, grief, trauma. it's not even always massive things. Sometimes it's just the little things that have built up over your lifetime. For others of you, this is major stuff. This is very big trauma. This is grief that you've been carrying for years that you've not been able to process. And I feel like you're coming to a point now where you're going, you know what? I have to be able to let this stuff out in order for me to be able to progress forward. I feel that, you're going to just express yourself differently with the people around you. And I feel coming into new situations where you're meeting new people, I feel you're not going to be holding back. And it's not in the way of not speaking what's on your mind, because I think you're very good at doing that, Taurus. I think you're usually very honest, but this is more about being or showing the emotion that you're feeling, those vulnerable emotions where you don't like to cry. Maybe it's going to become a little bit easier for you to cry in front of others. Talking about your childhood, I feel will become a little bit easier for you, where you've not really let other people in on the story of your childhood. I feel like now that's something that you may start doing more. You may discussing your childhood, even the parts that weren't so good, even the parts that hurt you. I feel it's going to be easier for you to talk about that. Anything that you've been carrying for a long time, Taurus, any like childhood wounding, I also feel like it's got something to do with the way you've been programmed. So how you were brought up, what you were told as a child, this is how you're supposed to be, or don't do that. I feel like you're going against all that. And you're going, you know what? I need to just learn how to be myself. I need to learn how to express myself in the way that I feel is right for me, not in the way that I feel somebody else has told me to. And there's somebody who's 40 or turning 40, and this is very much directed at you. You've come to a point in your life where you're going, no, I need to make these changes. I'm 40 years old, or I'm about to be 40 years old, and I need to make these changes for myself so that for, the rest of my years, I can be true to myself. I can be who I am, because I can't hold back on these feelings that I have anymore. And these changes are coming with this Knight of Wands. It's hard work. It doesn't feel okay. You feel like you're going to be judged. You feel like you want to communicate, but you want to communicate as the new you, Taurus, but you're frightened of how people are going to perceive you, and you're frightened that the people who are already in your circle, the people who are closest to you, that they may not be able to handle it, but I think that they will. This is going to open a lot of doors for you, Taurus. A lot of opportunities will come your way if you roll with how you're feeling. I feel that's what's really necessary at the moment, just going with the feelings. It's going to bring in a lot of opportunity for you. You're going to see a lot more success come into your life if you let go of the way that it's coming back to it, pre-programming, or the way you've already been programmed, just switching that up a bit, because that's not who you are anymore, and that's okay, Taurus. People change, and it is okay to express your feelings. It is okay to say to somebody, hey, that really hurt me. That was painful. I didn't like what you said. That's going to make me cry. It's okay to cry. I feel like there's so many emotions that have been repressed for so long that you're at a point now where it's time for those emotions to come out, Taurus, and you're really making, I feel, a conscious decision um, to start becoming that person, to, I guess, let yourself be who you were not allowed to be. Somebody told you that you couldn't be a certain way. Somebody told you that you couldn't be emotional. It wasn't allowed. Don't let those tears out. What are you getting upset about? I feel it wasn't allowed previously, and now you're at a point where no, that is not who I am. I can't hang on to this anymore. It's too exhausting. And you're going to start letting those feelings out, and that is going to really allow beautiful opportunities to come into your life. You'll start meeting people who like this new version of yourself, who really enjoy your company, and they're not put off by you expressing your feelings, Taurus. Where you think they might be, they're not going to be. So this is a beautiful new cycle that you're going into. Trust your feelings, go with your feelings, and let them out. As I said, it's not going to be easy because you're undoing a lifetime of what you've learnt, or a lifetime of programming. You're starting to backtrack on that or undo that. And I do really feel that it's really going to work out in your best interests. I'm seeing opportunity coming up for you, Taurus, if you just allow yourself to be who you really truly are. So moving into your love reading now, Taurus, let's have a look here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Two of Pentacles. So there is some hesitancy going on here. I feel this is a slow moving connection that you have here with your person. And when I say person, it's whoever you think about first when you think about love. So this is a slow moving connection. There's not a lot happening at the moment because there is some indecision. Somebody is trying to work out what the next move should be. They are bringing their feelings, but they're trying to work out what the next move should be. I kind of feel like in this instance, this person is surrendering to love. It's like, I cannot fight the feeling anymore. I can't fight how I'm feeling, and I need to make a decision on what it is that I'm going to do next. There is confusion here. So instead of jumping on in to the next level or the next step, instead of jumping on into that, this person is sitting in their confusion, not really sure of what to do, how to approach. They don't want to move too fast with this Knight of Pentacles. Although they're surrendering to the feeling, they're surrendering to love, they don't want to move too fast. So let's have a look at who it is. This is Euro, specifically, Taurus. So you're trying to work things out as well. Maybe this is you in the top row, trying to work things out and taking your time, Taurus. I feel that it's like you want your person to come to you, and you're trying your best to not approach your person. You're trying your best to keep your feelings to yourself. I feel like that's getting really hard, but you know, you want this connection, but you're torn between, should I talk or should I just hang back? Should I keep my feelings to myself? Should I take my time? Or, you know, what else do I need to find out before I move in with that, or like move into telling this person what I want? I feel like there's a little bit of a confidence issue here, Taurus. With that Strength card, I feel like you're worried that your person is not going to reciprocate the feelings. But I'll tell you what, they do, and they will. You've got the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So something needs to change. Your person, Taurus, they very much feel this connection. They know that you are the one for them with this High Priestess card. You've got the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate connection. But your person is thinking about walking away here because they're unsure of what's going on just as much as you are unsure. I feel that they are unsure about what is going on here. Now, it could be that there's more than one person involved, but I feel like the connection here is so strong. But because you're not actually doing anything, because you're experiencing this confusion about what do I do here, because I feel hot and cold. I feel, you make contact and then you pull back, and you make contact and then you pull back, and your person messages you or calls you, and sometimes you respond or you answer the call, and sometimes you won't because you're a little bit scared there. You're hesitant. Your person is the one that's surrendered to the feelings. Your person's the one who's gone, you know what, I really, really love Taurus, but I can't wait forever. So Taurus, they're waiting for you to make a move here. They're waiting for you to do something here. In the advice or the outcome, you've got the Judgment card, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there again, it could be that there's either more than one person involved, or there's something that is taking priority over this connection, which I very much feel it could be work with the Eight of Pentacles here. I think that somebody is very focused on their work. I do feel like it's you, Taurus. You're more focused on practical matters than you are focused on your connection with this person. That doesn't mean that you don't feel the connection. You absolutely do, or you wouldn't be watching a love reading. You absolutely do feel your connection with this person. But your priorities are on practical matters at the moment. And I do feel like you're thinking about making a change there because you are worried about losing your person. You need to focus more on your person. Like, yes, you're very goals orientated and you like to make money, Taurus. But if you don't give your person a little bit more attention, you are going to lose them with this Ten of Wands. They will go, okay, I feel the connection. I really, really love Taurus, but I cannot wait forever. So you need to, I feel, make the call here. You need to make the decision with this Judgment card. You need to make the decision to prioritize the connection with this person, to stop being so scared. And that doesn't mean that you have to reach out to them. It doesn't mean you have to text them or anything like that. It just means that you need to reciprocate more because they're not feeling that they're a priority in your life, Taurus, unfortunately. So you're being asked here to make some changes so that you can make space for this person to come into your life because they're feeling very left out here. And I'll be honest, they are thinking about walking away. So some changes are needed, Taurus. You need to make this person feel like a bit more of a priority. Otherwise, at the bottom of the deck, you're really going to regret it. You're going to be kicking yourself. You're going to wish that you're going to wish that you had told them how you feel with this Moon card, and that you would have reciprocated the feelings and just put it out there, just let them know, or you are going to regret it with that Five of Swords card. You're going to kick yourself. You're going to feel really silly because you didn't put this person in front of the practical matters and you didn't reciprocate. And that will be the outcome if you don't make the changes, Taurus. So thank you so much for watching your reading for this week. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you got any guidance or clarity from the reading. If you could give me a like, share or subscribe if you want to. But the likes really help me to know if the messages are getting to the people who need to hear them. But But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now, Taurus. Hello there, Virgo, and welcome to your reading with me. My name's Simone, and I'll be doing both a general and a love reading for you for this week from the 4th to the 10th of October. So please keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, which means it may or may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, that's okay. But you may also want to have a look at your moon, Venus, or rising sign to get a better idea of what you can expect. What can Virgo expect this week, please? I'm just shuffling your cards to get the general energy around what's going on with you at the moment, around your reading. Virgo, what can Virgo expect this week, please? To those of you who are new here, welcome. And to those who are returning, also welcome, and thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate it. What can Virgo expect this week, please? For Virgo. Here we go, Virgo. First card is kindness. And then we've got don't rush. And then we've got make contact. Okay, so... Oh, Virgo, for some of you, I feel like you may with that make contact card, I feel like some of you may not be talking to someone at the moment, but you don't feel like you're the one who is supposed to make that contact. You feel like you are in the right here. It could also be just a subject that it is needing to be spoken on, and you're feeling, Virgo, that you do not want to approach this. You're feeling that it's better if you just leave it alone, if you let the person come to you. You're worried about what you will say. With that kindness card, I feel that some of you are worried that what you say is not going to be kind. I feel that you're very worried, so you're holding back instead of speaking about this topic, having this conversation. And this could be anything. It could be somebody that you're in a relationship with. It could be with a friend. It could be a work-related thing. We will find out with the cards, but I feel as though you're holding back from having a conversation. You're holding back the feelings. You don't want to rock the boat. It's like, if I bring it up, I'm going to cause too much upset. You know, maybe we won't be able to recover from the conversation. So you're not saying exactly what's on your mind. You're holding it in instead of, with that don't rush card, it's like instead of rushing on in, you're holding back and you're thinking about it. And, you know, you're probably still talking with this person, but the issue is still there. You're not addressing the issue because you feel like it's going to rock the boat too much. And you don't want that at the moment, Virgo. You're not looking for any drama. You just want to be able to be in a place of calm, and you feel having the conversation will really just rock your world and rock this other person's world. So you're not saying too much at this moment. You've got the Eight of Swords here, the Empress, and the Two of Swords. So yeah, you're not expressing what it is that you're thinking about. You're holding back because you feel that it's going to cause upset. And like I said, you don't want anything crazy to happen at the moment, because it's a double-edged sword, I guess, because things are good as they are at the moment, but at the same time, there's something that's bugging you. You're trying to make this decision about whether, do I bring it up or do I just leave it alone? Do I just let it go? And I feel like your intuition is telling you, Virgo, to just let it go. But unfortunately, the actual issue isn't going away. That's still bothering you. It's still there. You've still got these questions. You're still wondering, like you want to get the answers. Now, this could be with a soulmate or like a best friend or somebody that you're very close to with this Two of Cups here. But it's coming up again. You're holding back on something because you cannot decide if you're supposed to go forward, if you're supposed to have this conversation. And it's funny, I feel like you're watching somebody. You know, you're keeping an eye on somebody, somebody that you're very close to. You're keeping an eye on this person because you've got this thing bugging you. So you're keeping an eye on this person and you're trying to decide, do I bring it up? Do I bring it up? Or should I just sit on it? Should I bite my tongue? Or should I bring it up? I don't want to upset anybody. And you know that the conversation, it's going to upset you as well. But I kind of feel like, you know, have the conversation and you'll be surprised at how it turns out. That the thing that is bothering you so much, Virgo, I think having the conversation at the end of the day will put your mind at ease. So it's like you're watching this person, you're probably acting a little bit out of character. They may have even said to you, hey, are you okay? You're a bit different. You know, do you want to say something to me? And you're like, no, everything's fine. But you've kind of withdrawn. It's like there's an upset in the connection because you're holding back. Because you think that by coming out and having this conversation that you're going to upset everything. But you don't realize that the outcome is probably actually going to be more positive than you are expecting. So instead of holding back, it may actually be in your best interest to have the conversation. Now, you have your own free will, Virgo. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But to me, it's like, well, no, it's probably better to put it out there and you will be pleasantly surprised at what comes out. You've got the Strength card, the King of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like I need to say that somebody could be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't always focus on the zodiac energy that I'm feeling, but I am feeling Scorpio, I am feeling Virgo and Pisces as well. So Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, I feel you could be dealing with at the moment. But you are trying to find the strength to, I feel like, put it all out there, lay it all out on the line, speak on what it is that's bothering you, because you're very bothered at the moment. But it's like it's very hard for you to let this go. So this is probably something that's been bugging you for a while. I think for some of you, it's uncertainty about whether the person that you're dealing with, whether they're on the same page as you. Like maybe you're worried if that the person, like if you're in a relationship with somebody, maybe you're worried that they're not actually keen on long-term commitment, or you feel that they may be looking elsewhere. For others of you, it could be in friendship where you feel like maybe your friend is turning on you or starting to gossip about you. But I think if you just have the conversation, your mind will be put at ease. I think you and the person that you're dealing with are both looking for, like you both just want to be happy. And it's kind of like, well, everything was fine. Everything was fine, but you found this issue, or you found something very small and it grew in your mind into something really big. And I kind of feel like the other person's oblivious to these feelings that you're having. The other person's oblivious to the fact that you're stuck on this one thing. It might have been something that they said. It may be that they've become a little bit withdrawn and you're going, well, why are they like this? Are they planning on moving on? But I do feel that you're number one, you're really stuck on this. And number two, I do feel like if you put it out there, if you had the conversation, I do feel like you'd be really surprised with the result, because your person is not looking at moving away from you. I feel that they're actually looking more towards the future here with this Two of Wands. They're thinking more about stability. They're thinking more about having a victory with you. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the the King of Pentacles. And that's telling you that the person that you're dealing with they're a very stable, loyal, honest person. Yes, they're very focused on practical matters at the moment. So maybe they're more consumed with work, with their money, with trying to get ahead at the moment. So you're feeling a little bit left behind. It could be that you're not getting as much attention, so you're feeling like you're being pushed to the side and that they're thinking about going elsewhere. But I actually feel like you've known this person for quite a while now, and you're stuck on this thing that happened or was said in the past, and it's very hard for you to move forward. But this is long term. This person is not interested in moving away from you. They're not interested in leaving you behind, Virgo. So, if you have the conversation, if you say, hey, this has been bugging me for a while, I think that you'll find that person is not thinking about that. Your person is like, no, what are you talking about? What do you mean? When did I say that? It's like they can't even recall the moment that you're talking about, because to them it was a little bit of nothing, and it's like that seed was planted in your mind, and you think that this person is planning on walking away from you, letting you go, letting go of the relationship, the friendship, but you don't realize that, no, they're actually very happy with how things are at the moment. They did notice that you've been acting a little bit different, which has then caused them to act a little bit different, a little bit withdrawn or a little bit cold, maybe not expressing as much, maybe not talking as much. But I think you'll find at the end of the day that everything's actually quite fine, and this person is not interested in letting go of you, Virgo. So let's have a look at your love reading. What can Virgo expect in love, please? What can Virgo expect in love? I feel like this is going to be quite interesting. That person that you were dealing with, I feel like they have no idea about the issue that you are stuck on. They have no idea, and when you bring it up, they're just going to go, what? That's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's not in that gaslighting kind of way. It's that it's in the way of like they really don't know. They really they don't even realize that they said that or that they did that. And by you bringing it up, they'll be like, okay, well, I'm glad you brought it up because I had no idea. I didn't know why you were acting like that. Okay, moving into love. Oh, we've got the High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Again, they want me to say Scorpio. So, Virgo, in this situation, I feel like this is something that has been worked on for a while. I do feel like, though, there is a blockage here where feelings are not being rightly expressed, where somebody's holding back, even though You both feel this connection. I feel like somebody is wanting to take things slow here. Somebody's wanting to take things slow because they are concerned that they're going to be hurt. They've been hurt in the past. They've been through something messy in the past, and they are concerned that they're going to be hurt. Now, Virgo, for you, this person means the world to you. And because, okay, it's your person that's got the blockage. It's your person that it holds back on their feelings or doesn't. You feel they're not telling you everything because this person is everything to you, but you're all up in your head here. You're having this battle with yourself, you know, hoping and praying that this person's not going to walk away from you because they hold back with their feelings. You think that they want nothing to do with you or that they're going to walk away. I don't think that's the case. I mean, we will find out when we have a look at their cards, but I think that your person is very emotionally guarded. Yes, I feel you've both been hurt in the past, but I feel the both of you know that this connection is meant to be, and I feel like both of you have put a lot of effort into this, and you know, you just want to come to a point where it's not hard. You want to come to a point where it's not difficult, where you don't have to second guess things. And I think, Virgo, you're thinking it would be much easier for you if your person could just open up. I feel they hold back a lot. You know, they don't speak a lot on their feelings, but they know that you're the one for them. I feel like your person wants long-term commitment with you. But you've just got these worries here. And exactly as I said before, Virgo, your person's been heartbroken in the past, and they're worried that you might be looking at moving away from them. They're worried that you might hurt them, so they're holding back. And I feel they're giving little bits at a time. It's a little bit like breadcrumbing, like they're just... their feelings only come out a little bit at a time. Like, you guys could be in this relationship and it could be, you know, months, years that you guys are together, but they still have this worry that they're going to get hurt. So they move very slowly with the Knight of Pentacles, and they only give little bits at a time. I feel like they're a lovely person. They're a great person. And that's what you like about them, that they do have this beautiful soul, but they don't always speak on their feelings, which has you feeling like you need to scramble to hold on to the connection. You both feel this though, but I don't think you realise just how deeply they've been wounded. I feel that it's very hard for them to move on from the last relationship that they were in. Like, yeah, okay, it's done and dusted, but emotionally, it's been really hard for them to move on from that. And they could, in a way, now don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but they could, in a way, still have some kind of contact with their person from the past. Because it's a connection that's very hard to break free from. Now, it could be that they have children together, or it could just be that, I don't know, in some way, their ex-person has a way of pulling them back in when they need them, or they may reach out to them, send them a message, call them every now and again. I do not think you have anything to be worried about though, Virgo, because your person feels the connection with you very deeply, and I think they're frightened that you may be the one to walk away from them. So they are very slow with long-term commitment. They come to that decision very slowly. I feel like, you know, you might want to hurry things along a little bit more because you are feeling like at any moment you could lose your person. But I think because of their heartbreak, they're just very slow in moving forward. So they just give a little bit at a time. They're very generous person that you're dealing with here. But emotionally, They give a little bit at a time. It's very hard to get the full backstory with this person. There's so many things that you don't know about them. But believe me when I say you are their world, they are your world. It's just that emotionally, there's a lot held back, a lot that you don't know about, Virgo. Um, there's a lot of anxiety here, and I feel it's between the two of you. And you're both trying to work at making the connection that little bit easier. I feel like you're trying to give them the time and the opportunity to open up at their own pace. I do feel that, you know, between the two of you, you are thinking about a future together. I really do feel that. You're thinking about a future together. But between the two of you, there is a lot of anxiety here. Again, Scorpio. Scorpio. I'm being drawn to say Scorpio. Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces, and maybe Cancer as well. And it's not that I'm getting that directly from looking at the cards. These are the energies that I can feel. Maybe even Aquarius as well, that you could be dealing with here, Virgo. But I do feel that between the two of you, there's a lot of anxiety because you both feel that at any moment you could lose each other. And it's just so hard for your person to open up that you're thinking they don't love you. But they actually do. They just struggle with their feelings. And because you're thinking that they don't love you, perhaps, you know, you're getting anxious. Perhaps you've pulled away a bit. But just keep in mind that they're just struggling with emotions. They are interested in long-term commitment with you. They are interested in whether you see a future with them. I think it's something that you've probably spoken about, Virgo. But yeah, just, you know, try not to let those feelings of anxiety hold you back from opening up yourself. And also from letting your person know that, hey, I do want long-term with you. Because they're, like I said, they're frightened that you could run away at any moment. So I feel they've said to you that they're looking for long-term commitment. And when you say, yeah, so am I, they're a bit hesitant. They're not sure if you mean what you say because it comes from their past hurts. Because they've been through either a really bad breakup, a really bad relationship that left them wounded. They feel that it could all slip away. Even though you're telling them, yeah, that's what I want, they feel like it could all slip away. So just keeping that in mind, Virgo, where you think that maybe your person is disinterested or not looking for the same thing as you, I think at the end of the day, you're both looking for the same thing. It's just, I think your person just needs a little bit more time so that they can feel safe and secure. And it's not about anything really that you're doing wrong. It's just within themselves. But at the end of the day, I think long-term stability is what you're both looking for. And I think you can have that. It's just a matter of working through those feelings. But thank you so much for watching your reading this week, Virgo. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you could give me a like. If you did get some guidance or clarity from the reading, share and subscribe also if you can. I would really appreciate it. It lets me know that the messages are getting to the people who need to hear them. But thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now, Virgo. Hello there, beautiful Capricorn, and welcome to your reading with me. My name's Simone. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'll be doing a weekly reading, both a general and a love reading for the week of the 4th to the 10th of October. So I'm just going to start shuffling your cards to get the general energy around your reading. Please also remember that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. It might not be for everyone. If it's not, that's okay though. But you may also want to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign to get a better idea of what to expect. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I appreciate everybody being here. Let's see what's coming up for Capricorn this week. For Capricorn, please. this week? There's a lot going on for you, Capricorn. There's a lot of energies. Feeling lots of different things. You know, often it's just one energy that I can feel. And today I'm feeling lots of different energies. For some of you, things are going really well and you're relaxed. And for others, it's like everything's up in the air and it feels a bit like things have sort of fallen apart, or something unexpected has come up. But let's see what the cards have to say. We've got make contact, kindness, and take out the trash. Now this is really odd because I've done both Taurus and Virgo before your reading, Capricorn. And I do believe that Taurus had take out the trash and Virgo had make contact and kindness. So this is a little bit of a combination of the other two earth signs, which is it's pretty cool, a little bit strange, but let's see what comes out of this. I do feel like there is a conversation that needs to be had here, Capricorn, and I think that you're not really sure of how to go about it. I think you're looking at letting go of something here with that take out the trash card. I think you're looking at letting go of something here. I kind of feel like, though, the main thing is about how you're treating yourself. I feel with that, in that make contact, it's more about the conversation that you're having with yourself and the treatment that you're giving yourself. And I feel like with that, with take out the trash, it's about completing a cycle more so than actually getting rid of a person or people. I feel like it's finishing out a cycle. I feel like it's letting go of the negative feelings that you have towards yourself, or the negative attitude that you have towards yourself, Capricorn, more so than about other people. I think this is directed inwards, and it's about that positive self-talk, as opposed to the negative stuff that you say to yourself. I feel that a lot of you can be really hard on yourself, and you do set yourself some pretty high expectations. And of course, it's a huge disappointment when you don't live up to your own expectations. And I think that goes for every sign. But I think with you, Capricorn, the bar is set a lot higher than what most other signs set for themselves. And I think, Capricorn, you feel that you've let yourself down. And I feel like this is about being kinder to yourself, and just knowing that if you didn't reach that level of expectation that you've had for yourself, that it doesn't mean you can't progress. It doesn't mean that you can't keep going. It just means that you need to take a different angle. But we'll see what the cards have to say here. Let's have a look for Capricorn. The Hanged Man. So things are up in the air at the moment. Things are at a standstill. When you see the Hanged Man there, things are at a standstill. But I feel like it's like you know what you're setting out to achieve. You know what you want to do, and it's this feeling of being able to make things happen. But I feel like, as I said, you know, you set out to achieve a goal, and perhaps that didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. And I feel you tried to have everything just right, but it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. I'm not exactly sure of what the situation is yet, but it's something that you had planned. It's something that you had your heart set on, something that you wanted to see happen, and it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And I do feel that you're now in a period of healing, trying to recover from that. I also do feel as though you feel like you can't do anything else at the moment, and that you need to keep still, or perhaps you've sort of withdrawn because you feel that you've disappointed yourself. But the thing is, it's like you don't know that there is another way, that things are going to come into balance for you. I think things didn't turn out, and now you feel that there is no other option, or that it's time to give up. But I think you're not seeing things from the other angle of, no, there is another way that this can be done, because you're looking for, you want to please, you want to, it's not like you want to please others, but at the same time you're looking at pleasing yourself, and I feel like you feel you're trapped in this situation where there's only black and white with this Chariot. There's only black and white, and there is no other way of doing things. But things are going to come into balance, though. It's, like I always say, and I know a lot of you don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear it myself. But when something doesn't turn out the way we wanted or the way we thought it would, it's because there is something else waiting for us. And this happens to people all the time. It happens to me all the time. You start out thinking that you're supposed to do something, and that something's something's going to go a certain way, and if I do this, it's going to go really well. But then, for whatever reason, and it could be right at the last minute, for whatever reason, the universe goes, you know what? That is not the right thing for you, or it is not the right time, or I'm going to put a block on this because there is another way that I want you to do this. So it throws that block in there, and it makes you have to think about another way. And it doesn't mean that everything has to stop. It just means that you need to look for a different way, because the way that you had chosen was not right for you at that particular time. So, even if you had been working at something for months or years, and you were thinking, yes, this is the way I need to be doing things, everything is on task, everything's going to work out, and you've put all this work and effort into something, thinking that, yep, it's all panning out as I need it to, and then at the very last minute, there is a turn. Things take a turn, and you get steered off course, and you feel like you've let yourself down, you feel like you've let everybody else down. The only explanation there is that, yes, you were supposed to learn all those things along the way, but the outcome that you were going for is not the right outcome for you. Whatever it is that you've learned along the way is to be used for something else in a different way. And then they just show me a whole bunch of crystals. So I'm not really sure of what that means, but there's like a bunch of crystals all laid out on a table. I feel like they're in a line. This could be you, Capricorn. Perhaps you have been using crystals or you turn to your crystals to keep you grounded. But they're showing me a whole bunch of crystals. If it's for you, you know what it means. And it just means that there's something in this reading, in what I've said for you. But, you know, the cards are showing that with this middle row, you're actually doing really well. You're doing better than what you think you are. You think that everything's falling apart, Capricorn, but it's not. Things that are not meant for you are being removed or have been removed. And it's bringing you to a place where things are going to sort of level out for you, where the clarity is going to come with that Justice card there, and you're going to be able to move forward with things. You're not stuck, Capricorn. It's going to bring you, you're going to be needing to make a decision. I feel that some of you are already in this position where things have not worked out, and now you're going, what am I going to do now? Because I just want to be the best. I want to be the best, and I'm not there yet. And I do feel like you're in this position where you've got to try and decide which way to go, knowing exactly what it is that you want. You know the outcome. But unfortunately, things have not been going the way that you'd hoped. And now you've got to sort of reassess your whole situation. Now you've got to look at things from a completely different angle, because there is another angle. There is another angle. I can't tell you exactly what it is right now, but there is another angle. There's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you're missing. And for some of you, I feel like the answer is right in front of you, but because you're in a frame of mind at the moment that you can't achieve, or that you can't be the best, or that you've let yourself down, because you're in that frame of mind, you are feeling like there are no other options. But the trick here is to just take your time, Capricorn. Take your time. Take your time to get that clarity. Talk to people around you. I feel like that's really important. Talk to people around you to come up with other options. That thing that you were going for, although it felt like it was your only option, although it felt like it was the be-all and end-all of your life, it was the only way you felt, it was the only way to get to that abundance that you're looking for, that stability, that long-term end goal. Although you felt that was the only way, that is not it. There are other ways. And I think you need to keep in mind that, as I said before, you are the only person that you have let down because of your own expectations on yourself. You haven't let down anybody around you. I feel like people are really proud of you and people still respect you. Whatever turn your situation has taken, I feel that people still respect you. People are looking at you and going, oh my gosh, I can't believe you put in that amount of effort. I cannot believe you worked so hard. People are super impressed with everything that you've put into this goal that you were working towards. And I feel that now there is a whole set of different opportunities that are coming your way with this Seven of Cups. You're going to have choices. You're going to have to pick and choose, which way do I go now, which I know you don't want to hear because you had the way set. You felt that you had the way set, and now having to look at different options is not it. That doesn't please you. You don't want to be having to do that. You don't want to be having to look at any other options because you wanted to win. You wanted to win. You wanted to come out on top. You feel that you put in so much work and so much effort, and you were so actually, I think the issue here is that maybe you knew what you wanted and you were so sure that, hey, I'm going to do this, but at the same time, it's like there was this high level of negativity. So this is it, the way I'm seeing it is like, this is what I want, and I'm going to work really hard so that I can get to that end goal. But at the back of my mind, I'm telling myself that I can't do it. I'm telling myself that I will never be able to succeed, and I will never be able to reach the top. I will never be able to have what I'm working towards. I will never get good news. All those thoughts are at the back of the mind. So even though you're focused and you're putting in the effort and you're doing the hard work and you're doing all the things that need to be done, at the back of your mind, you're saying, no, I can't do this. This is not going to work out. And all those little bits of negativity, they spill into whatever it is that you're doing. They spill into the work. They spill into the process, which is what brings it all undone. So say you're at work and you've got to do some kind of test at work to show off your skills, to prove that, yes, I know enough about this. Yes, I know what I'm doing in this job, in this role. So you've got to do your test, and you've, excuse me, you've already been working at this for years, months, whatever it might be, and you know it inside out. You know it, you know that you know it, and you're ready for it. Like, if you're looking at the practical side of things, you're ready for it. So you can jump on in there. But at the back of your mind, you're going, I'm probably going to fail. They're probably not going to like the work that I do. They're probably going to tell me that this is a waste of time, or this is all for nothing. These are all the thoughts running at the back of your head. I'm probably not going to be able to do it. Even though you know that you have all the skills, even though you know that you know the work, you still got that running at the back of your head. I'm not going to be able to do this. This is not going to be successful. So when it actually comes to doing that test, it all falls apart because you're telling yourself you can't do it. So you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get things wrong. You're going to do things backwards, because that's the mindset. And I feel that's the trash that needs to be taken out, that mindset. So then if you were to do this thing again, if my example, a test at work, if you were to sit that test again with the mindset of, I've got this, I know what I'm doing, this is easy, I can handle this, they're going to love it. That mindset will give you a completely different outcome, Capricorn. And, you know, things don't always happen the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Sometimes, you know, persistence is needed, and it can take 8 times, 10 times to reach a goal. And you get knocked down, and you get back up, and you get knocked down, and you go again. Eventually, if you do something enough times, you can reach that goal. Sometimes there are just little bits and pieces that you need to learn along the way. Unfortunately, we have to go through things over and over and over and make mistakes until we've learnt the lesson. Now, the next card out is the 10 of Swords, which tells me that a cycle is ending. The cycle of you getting down on yourself, Capricorn, that is coming to an end. That is coming to an end. It's time for that to stop. You need to be nicer to yourself. You need to not just push yourself, but convince yourself that you're capable. Convince yourself that you're good enough. Once that mindset can be turned around, Capricorn, you'll notice that things will start moving much more smoothly for you. Things will start progressing for you. You won't be so stuck. I feel a lot of it comes back to how you treat yourself, Capricorn. So if you can get out of that mindset, if you can change the attitude in which you use on yourself, you'll find that things really start to turn around. So see how you go with that. Give it a try. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, but give it a try. Just start this week. Start being kinder to yourself, Capricorn. But let's see what love has to offer this week. What can Capricorn expect in love? Please, universe, what can Capricorn expect in love? Let's have a look. First card out, we've got death, rebirth, and then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, which tells me that somebody has a lot of love to give, but they're holding on to it at the moment. Somebody is going through, normally with the death rebirth card, I would say a transformation, but I don't feel it's so much a transformation at the moment. I feel it's more like clarity. I feel it's somebody realizing that they are in love. Like they like maybe, yeah, this person, they really liked the person that they were dealing with, the person that they had a connection with. Maybe it was a friend. Yeah, I like them. But it's like all of the sudden, because this is the energy of the connection when it comes to you and the first person that you think about when you think of love. So one of you has just sort of suddenly realized that, hey, maybe I actually love this person. Maybe they're not just a friend. Maybe there is love here. And it's like, I feel like it's a surprise. And it's got this person going, well, did I ever really know what love is? Have I ever really been in love before? Because this feels different. And now that this person who's feeling this way is sort of sitting there just going, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Do I tell the other person? Or do I just continue to hang on to this cup of love that I've got? That I want to give, but I'm not giving. Because I'm not really sure of what this is that I'm feeling. Let's have a look. Capricorn, it's you. It's you. You've just suddenly realized that you are in love. You've got the Queen of Cups here. And this Tower moment is like, oh my gosh, this is love. I didn't know that. I didn't expect these feelings. It's like these feelings just come out of nowhere. It's like they crept up on you. The feelings crept up on you and you're going, oh my gosh, I did not expect this. Where did this come from? And where it came from is that it is the right time for this to be happening. You know, perhaps you and this person were friends beforehand, and now all of a sudden you see them in sort of a completely different light where you're going, oh my goodness, this is what love is. This is incredible. And you weren't expecting it. It's just come out of nowhere. But it is so much love. It's overwhelming. The feeling is overwhelming for you, Capricorn. And this is a whole new thing for you. I feel like you've never experienced love on this level. And it's like, you know, you've just been going about your business. I feel for some of you, you weren't even looking for love. You've just been going about your business, doing your everyday stuff, and then bang, you've come in contact with this person. It could be after a time where, you know, maybe you haven't spoken to them for a while, or seen them for a while, and then you come into contact with this person and it's like, oh my gosh, you are completely love struck. That's pretty cool. It would put some of you into a real spin, but it's pretty cool. And, you know, you're not sure about how the other person feels. I can tell you that they feel the same way. You got the Six of Wands down here under the Queen of Cups, which says that, you know, this person is very interested as well, but they're not going to make a move, Capricorn. They're waiting for you to come to them with the Emperor here. And the Page of Pentacles as well. It's like, well, yes, the feelings are there, but I kind of feel like, as I said, it could be somebody that was a friend before these feelings sort of exploded. But I do feel that with that Page of Pentacles, that this person, they could be a little bit unsure about, you know, if they're supposed to tell you or just leave things alone. I think they may be watching your behaviors, trying to figure out how you're feeling without having to say anything about it. I think they can see that you might be acting a little bit different, but they're not going to say anything to you about it because they would prefer it if you would approach them, Capricorn. And I think at this point you're a little frightened to do that because whatever you're feeling, these feelings of love, it's a bit frightening. It's like I said, it's come out of nowhere. It's hit you like a lightning bolt. You weren't expecting it. And so now this person's just sort of hanging back. You know, this is somebody who you can hang out with and chill out with and have a good time with. Or that's what you were doing before these feelings of love came in. And now, I mean, there's still somebody that you can chill out with, but you're looking at things from a whole different perspective. And you're not sure if they would reciprocate those feelings. I feel like they would. But they're really sort of standoffish. They're not going to tell you that because they don't know that you've got these feelings. Because beforehand, you had no idea that you had these feelings. You were not sure of what you were experiencing beforehand, and you just thought this person was really cool. But now all these feelings have come up. You need somewhere to put them. You need to tell the person. It's freaking you out. And this other person's going, geez, Capricorn's acting a bit strange. I wonder what's going on there. And they've got these feelings for you too. But they're not putting it out there because they don't think that you feel the same way. Now, the thing is that both of you are looking for long-term commitment, and it is a real possibility. But you're both frightened that the other is not interested. That's the best way I can say this. This is something that I think both of you think about a lot. And I think your person has been thinking about this a lot longer than you have. And they're feeling like Capricorn's not interested. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you're both looking for a long-term commitment. And you're both, I feel you both would find it very hard to separate from each other. Because, number one, you've got that great friendship there. And there's this worry now of, well, what do I do with these feelings? Because we're such good friends, we shouldn't bring feelings into it. That might ruin everything. But at the end of the day, you're both looking for the same thing. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to say you need to tell your person. But definitely have a think about it because, yes, it might shock your person when you tell them about how you're feeling. But I think that at the end of the day, it would make the whole connection run a lot more smoothly because this is two people who are not being honest about the way they feel. These are two people who are trying not to upset each other, or trying not to uh, take the friendship into a whole different zone where you both want to do it, but you're trying not to upset the friendship. You don't want to lose what you already have. And I can honestly say that I think that by putting things out there, it's not going to upset the friendship. I think that the two of you probably just need to have a conversation. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look like any conversation's going to come about this week about what you're feeling. I don't think there's going to be a conversation about it. I think that both of you are just sort of sitting on the feelings at the moment, and you're just being friends at the minute. I think eventually it's something that it's like a conversation that happens naturally. So this is two people that watch a lot of movies together. Like, you're either watching TV or like Netflix, or I don't know. It's like you watch a lot of movies together. You both like the same kind of movies, is what they're showing me. You come together to have movie nights. And so, yeah, you guys are great friends. You hang out, you have all your favourite snacks together, you watch your movies. But you're both scared to take it any further. And I think there have been a couple of moments where somebody was about to make a move, and then you've gone, oh no, I better not do that because they don't feel the same way. So I think you will get your moment. It may not be this week, Capricorn, but I think that the feelings are definitely building there. And at the end of the day, this could be a long-term and stable relationship. So process the feelings, see how you go with it, Capricorn. But thank you so much for watching your reading this week. I really appreciate you being here. I also would appreciate if you did get guidance or clarity from the reading, if you could give me a like. It really helps me to know that the messages are getting to the people who need them, and that I should continue doing the readings. Also, all the best of luck for the week, and I will see you back here again next week. Look after yourself, Capricorn. Bye for now.